house, Michigan Stadium. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Miami Hurricanes and the Michigan Wolverines. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
The Hurricanes head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and Coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Holly. The Wolverines ready to kick it away first. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pringle. Gets it out to the 25-yard line, a gain of 3.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And the Hurricanes come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Piles his way ahead. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to pass. Way off target there.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
That kicker took a nasty-looking shot, and that is an obvious personal foul. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Rush right in his face. And they got him.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
This drive facing a little adversity now after that last play. It's 2nd and 20. From the gun. And the throw to the sideline is complete, but won't be enough for the first down.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Now the 8th play of the opening drive, but this time facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 15. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
The Hurricanes, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Fresh set of downs going up top. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human, keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Here's a quick throw out to the left. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking downfield, it's Underwood. Makes the grab, it's awesome. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
And the Wolverines can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. They'll run it. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he was hard to bring down.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. Working the ground game. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The defense trying to get a stop on 3rd down from the 44. Drives inside. They'll move the chains. Good execution on 3rd down. They've got it at the 41.
Man, you got to love that third down, man. Third and short, you've got to be the more physical team. And listen, it's magnified, right? Because the offense just gave up a touchdown. On the opening drive, like, you don't want to punt the football. So nice job being physical on third and short, getting that next set of downs.
Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Throwing, Underwood. Got a man, it's Owens. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Quarterback using all of the receivers at his disposal. This time he found the fullback.
And it's nice to have a guy that can block and obviously have the versatility to also catch the football, you know, so you can mix it up and keep that defense guessing.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Michigan. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Press center downs going to the air. Out wide right, it's Mueller. Could not make his way to the corner.
Well, they're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
That last one might have helped the completion percentage, but it didn't go forward. 2nd and 10 here. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. Here comes the heat. They get to him as he throws. Picked off. Oh, he's got some space. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Running inside, it's Pringle. On the move at the 30. It's a running room. Inside the 40. Inside the 30. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Canes. He got loose and it was lights out after that.
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Pulls it. That one never had a chance. Incomplete. They'll need a bunch on second down. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Back to throw, it's Marshall. They're all over it. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quick give, it's Pringle. Breaks into the open. He's up to 113 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
This running back in the Miami backfield is deadly because of his speed. He's so elusive. You get the feeling like he could score any single time he has the ball. He gives the offense a lot of balance, but he gives them that home run ability too.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Set of downs going up top. Has to throw this off his back foot. And he reels it in at the 15-yard line. And a good pickup there. They'll move the sticks for a first down. Let's see if they try to get another snap before the quarter expires. We played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got it on the move. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Sends it back in motion. Second down to the air. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he's left with no option. He just threw it away.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Trying to squeak through the pile. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big fourth down stop here to get some of that momentum and get the football back.
And the Canes will go for it on fourth down. Looking for the marker. And he's tackled at the line of scrimmage, and the defense holds.
I like it. This defense plays aggressive on fourth and short, and they are rewarded. Figured they would run the football. They did. Nice job getting some penetration and stopping that fourth down play.
Wolverines offense heads out, ready to go on the attack. They've seen the good and the bad already. A touchdown on the opening drive, a pick on the second one, and now to try to get things back on track. Pushes his way for a couple and gets it to the 7-yard line.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Finds us back in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 15. It'll be a first down, and this defense misses an opportunity to keep them backed up close to the goal line. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air, it's Marshall. Left side, it's Marsh. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
The Wolverines have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Quick give. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down.
What a nice run there. And from the beginning of time, Michigan football has been synonymous with running the football. You can think back to Tyrone Wheatley, Anthony Thomas, Chris Perry, Hassan Haskins.
Makes the grab in their space. He's at the 40, the 20. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. The AT unit on the field. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a big play up top, going 63 yards to the house. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. That Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Takes a snap, wants to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Reels it in down the left side. Off and running. 10. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hurricane.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And the extra point is good. He's going going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was looking for the big return there, but he'll go out of bounds at the 28. The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
A quick break in the action here as they tend to the injured Hurricane. They're out there taking a look at this sophomore defensive back, and we hope he's able to get back in the action shortly. Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Looking downfield, it's Marshall. Unloads it left. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the D.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Second and long here. Looking to throw. Right down the middle. Holds on, it's Marsh. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Here's Underwood to throw. Finds his target.
And that's a really nice route by the wide receiver, just understanding I got to win right now. I got to get inside of that guy, and I know I'm going to get contact. You run over the middle of the field on a slant, you're going to get hit. Nice job securing the catch, making the play.
The Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Again, it's Underwood. Fires to the right. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13.
Offenses, when they run these RPOs, they just want to be comfortable. The quarterback wants to make the read very easy, very clean. It's your job as a defense to kind of create some confusion, speed up that process any way you can.
The give on the counter. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Man, offenses are getting really creative in the way they run their counter plays now. They pull different guys. They pull a guard. They pull a tackle. They pull a guard and a tackle. So really keeping the defenses off balance. You can't just key on wherever the tight end is. You got to realize they can show you one thing and come back with another.
Underwood escapes the pressure to his right. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Finally, a defense. Looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that, we think. It's setting up 4th down, and that might be a major play so far in this game to give them a lot of momentum moving forward.
Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. They march 72 yards, And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to throw on first. Nice play by the defense to jar that one loose.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting the throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. The run inside. It's Pringle. They'll give him 3 yards on the play. It's 3rd and 7.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
More than 100,000 making their presence felt. A huge 3rd down here in the big house. Working that left side. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a 1st down. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Hits inside. It's Pringle. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front 7 tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. Wide open downfield. They pick up the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 34. Got to be expeditious here.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. He's run out of bounds, and they'll say he stepped out at the 27.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Oh, pressure's coming. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
Handoff to the lone back. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this 1st half. Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Near the sideline, it's Marsh. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. And that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Motion from the wideout. Underwood in the gun on third down. He lobs one high down the left side. Ball's in the deep ball. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Looking to pass inside the red zone. On the move. There he goes. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain, making sure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Quarterback signaling to his guys.
Motion.
Throwing, Underwood. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Michigan. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And they stay on target with the extra point, up 35-21. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Fielded in the end zone, it's Daniels. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Corner's going to give them room. Drops back on first down. He lets it fly. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, let's get it started here. Week 6 on what's already been a revealing day here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Kent State taking on the number 22 team, the Western Michigan Broncos.
Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped.
And it's the Golden Flashes with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team. And did this group ever need that? The first win on the year, they're now 1-4.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
And I think after that play there, you're seeing how this offense is staying committed to having some balance. They've had so much success early in this game throwing the football, right? They've been lighting the scoreboard up through the air, but they also want to keep the defense on their heels, so you continue to run the football. Even if you're not breaking off 60-yard TD runs, you got to have that balance.
Out wide left, it's Marsh. And he's brought down after a nice game. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the play. This quarterback part of their running game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run it. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Got him downfield. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. And the Wolverines look to keep this drive humming. Here's Underwood to throw. Rush is on. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there, I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Motion from the back. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down, Underwood. Looking to the big tight end. Right side, it's awesome. And he makes a completion there, set up and in business at the 20.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the 3rd quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Underwood. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Michigan. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21.
The screen game is such a big part of this offense. A nice job by the quarterback holding on to it until the last possible second, and the O-line getting downfield, picking up their blocks. They make it about as easy as they can for this running back to find the end zone.
From inside the 15, here comes the return. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Canes offense comes onto the field looking to put together a drive. Straight ahead, it's Pringle. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. This time they'll throw it. Look out! Makes a grab. Caught, and he's close to a 1st down on the nice pickup there. The Canes headed quickly to the line. Burrowing for yardage. Oh, he's got some space. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Really nice run there, picking up the 1st down. Now they're right back up to the line of scrimmage, ready to go again.
That's caught. It's Pringle.
And I like a good check down as much as anybody. Survey the field, don't make a mistake, check it down to your running back, let him do the rest. But there was two guys right next to him. So that was actually a little bit of a dangerous throw, but you could tell they were definitely locked in, and they were not going to let that running back catch that football and go anywhere after the catch.
Back to pass on second down. Gets open down the middle. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Under pressure.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He's in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Long way to go on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires complete on the crosser.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws right in those holes. Get those first downs. Get those big chunks.
He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening. And the Hurricanes go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Snap on first down, wants to throw.
And it's on third downs like this, if you want to attack the middle.
And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami! Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. And then sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. From the gun. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
Now, you want to be a great run defense, your DBs have to be great tacklers. And I love the way he comes up, sees the run. I know he makes the money in the back end covering passes, but when you got a guy that can fly up and make tackles, man, does your defense go to a different level.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on third down. Right on the money. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Now well within striking distances, and third down play gets him a first at the 29. The Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way.
Other scores from around the country. Slippery Rock is 27. Bloomsburg.
They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. A shot toward the end zone. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
Looking for running room. Thrust that arm out. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. After swapping ends of the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
And if they can find the end zone here, that might be all she wrote. First and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's second and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Wolverines. That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Outside the pocket, lets it go. A strike downfield. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down. The Hurricanes will hustle to the line. Fresh center downs going to the air. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
And the Canes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
They don't need a bunch on second down. They'll go to the air. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to him.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Hauls it in. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt. Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that 4th down. The Canes have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. He's looking to pass. Looking for the goal line. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. And after the really good gain on 1st down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard. And they'll come to the line trying to take a slice out of this lead on 3rd and goal. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Canes! Lining up for the PAT. Splits those uprights right in half. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. They still have work to do, trailing by 2 possessions here in the 4th. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
So here comes the Michigan offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
He's changing the play. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. He just carries it face long into a brick wall and has nothing to show for it again.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. They'll move the wide receiver. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Throwing, Underwood. Left side is Brown. He is wrestled down at the 17-yard line. They've got a 1st down in the red zone.
Well, this defense has given up some big plays in this game so far, but they've got a lot of talent on that side of the football. Someone has to step up here, make a play, get a stop, and put their team in a position to win.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Makes the catch and he's free. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They'll use a timeout here. 2:06 remaining on the clock. Of course, it stops again at the 2-minute mark. The Wolverines trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing a 3rd down and goal.
Heftiness coming out on the goal line. A designed run for the quarterback. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal. The Hurricanes will call their 3rd timeout. Gives him a little time to dig deep in the play sheet and figure out what to do on 4th down. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. And if they can make this and turn it into a 3-score game, they'll have this one all but locked up. Not a chance. Missed it. Missed the field goal. Missed the chance to make it a 3-possession game, but still a 14-point lead, guys.
Well, everybody in the stadium thought that was an automatic 3. Not so fast. Bad miss by the kicker.
They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. A snap, wants to throw to start this drive. Escapes the pressure going right. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
And I love the IQ by the defense on that play. Like, understand situational football. They're down by a couple scores. The clock is ticking. They need to make big plays. Nice job playing the deep ball and not giving up anything big.
Second and long here. Snapped it in the shotgun. Rush right in his face. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He's taking a deep shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
It's been tough for this QB in this one. Very small windows to throw into, and he's been under some duress as well. It's hard to find a rhythm as a QB in those types of situations, and that's why it appears as though his team's going to be leaving here with an out.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Fires downfield. Breaks into the open. They'll knock him down, but he moves the sticks, and the 4th down decision pays off big time.
Hey, I got to be honest. I don't know if the defense was expecting that type of throw on 4th down. It looked like they were all huddled close to the line of scrimmage, looking for something in the quick game, but instead the quarterback takes a shot vertically down the field and catches the defense off guard.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Man, and you kind of wondered when were they going to cover this guy. He's been making catches ad nauseum. When was he going to get some special attention? Nice job by the defense. You could tell they were forcing.
Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force them into a 4th down. They're going to go from their own side to the line quickly. A big play here. Here comes the heat. They've got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And what a great play right there by the pass rush, affecting the QB's rhythm, David. He didn't have a chance to throw that on time. They forced him to scramble. Everything broke down. He tried to go get it himself, but you saw the speed catch up to him, bring him to the ground, and the defense, they win it for their team.
Just great job taking away the initial read, right? Like he wanted to throw the football. Great initial coverage. Then it breaks down a little bit, and now you got